Nigeria has been grappling with insecurity issues over the years, with previous administrations deploying the nation's resources to combat banditry, kidnapping, insurgency, and militancy. With the new bold steps of the administration of President Ahmed Tinubu to tackle insecurity head-on, Nigerians are eagle-eyed as to how the federal government intends to take the country out of the debilitating impact of insecurity. Following the appointment of service chiefs and overhaul of Nigeria's security architecture, some of the country's security handlers have been making policy statements that they hope would solve the nation's security challenges. One of such is the new Inspector General of Police, Igp Egbetokun, who on assumption of office declared that the fight against crime and criminality will be taken to a new level as the welfare of officers of the Nigeria Police Force will enjoy adequate attention. Igp Egbetokun expressed his readiness to revamp the intelligence arm of the police, just as he stressed that the force under him will collaborate with sister agencies.
The fight against crime and insecurity will also be a top priority, as well as the welfare of our officers. We will strengthen our intelligence gathering capabilities, bolster interagency cooperation, and enhance our capacity to respond swiftly to emerging security threats. In the coming days and weeks, we will unveil plans and strategies to secure the nation and build enduring peace across our communities. We are the Nigerian Police Force, and we will live up to our constitutional obligation as the primary agency for internal peace in Nigeria.
Interestingly, concerned citizens have been venting their feelings after the emergence of the new security handlers of Nigeria, while expressing optimism on the drive of the government to keep insecurity at bay. A public affairs commentator, Godswill Edward, said the timing of the appointment couldn't have been better, as he commended the president for taking his time before making such crucial decision. He said the security chief's appointment will steady the ship of the country in terms of peace and tranquility.
Taking the decision to change the service chief this time, very, very necessary, to have done that, taking that decision. He stabilized the government, engaged stakeholders, gave himself few time. He didn't do it immediately. Gave himself few time to engage, and then took that decision. So changing the service chief is very necessary. The security architecture of the country must be considered when taking decisions. And if you look at the composition, almost all regions, all zones are captured in the appointment of security chiefs. So he's carrying almost all the zones along, to ensure that everybody feels that sense of belonging. The southeast is captured, the south is captured, the south. So we need a composition of government that carries the people along. People must begin to feel representation of government in all sectors, in all arms, and we have seen it here, very visible.
Similarly, a former presidential aspirant, Igp Egbetokun, said the appointment of the service chiefs captured the geopolitical distribution of Nigeria, as she stressed that the hands on the wheels of the nation's security sector are competent ones.
This is the first time we're having this balance of service chief in the geopolitical zone. You can see Southern Kaduna person having this thing, and the field marshal, so he has been on the front of this insurgents for the past few years. So he has so many experience, and he knows where to tackle because he's part of the troop that goes out to fight about this. Then when you talk about the IG and you see there is a balance, everybody is happy. This is the first time we have this change, and everybody is happy that such change commences. The president knows what he's doing. He's a man on the ground. He has been part of this democratic system, and he knows how to tackle insecurity in the past. So he's a very good one, and we Nigerians were happy with the startup of the president.
In the same vein, a legal practitioner, Barrister Igp Egbetokun, particularly lauded the appointment of the Chief of Defense Staff, claiming being from Southern Kaduna, a region bedeviled with insecurity, will heighten the sense of responsibility of the CDS. He equally appreciated the choice of Nuhu Ribadu as National Security Advisor, as he said the former Economic and Financial Crimes Commission's boss has the pedigree to deliver.
The appointment of the Chief of Defense Staff from Southern Kaduna it shows the sensitivity of Mr. President towards tackling the insecurity issues that have ravaged that region for some time now. So it shows that Mr. President is sensitive to the plight of Nigerians and knows how to select the leaders or lieutenants for him to work with, and which is the most important responsibility of a leader. Governance is not a matter for one person. Whoever is a leader must have the capacity to select the best lieutenants and place them in position positions of authority that would deliver. Mr. President cannot be anywhere, so on appointment, he has done so well. Let me comment on the appointment of Nuhu Ribadu, who is a man that has been known to be the forefront of fight against corruption. He was the pioneer chairman of EFCC. He has a clean track record. To have appointed him as the national security advisor to Mr. President, especially with the rumor we have heard that the security architecture has been compromised by the former leaders. So the appointment of Nuhu Ribadu is a step in the right direction. So we can be sure the security architecture will no more be compromised, and he will deliver as to the person he is with his track record.
Nigeria hopes to escape from the bondage of insecurity, and the nation's new service chiefs, alongside their colleagues, need little reminder of how messy the situation is and how important it is for them to hit the ground running while adjusting their shoulders to carry the weight of responsibilities in their respective offices. In Abuja, Nigeria's capital, Abiodun Mohammed, Top Accolade News.